Good morning or good evening, depending on at what time you are looking at this video. My name is Roberto Pignatelli. I'm a professor in geometry at the Department of Mathematics of the University of Trento, and was asked to record this video to present you the track Advanced Algebra and Geometry of the Curriculum General Advanced Mathematics of the Master in Mathematics offered by the University of Trento. Why me? Because me, Roberto Pignatelli, I'm one of the two advisors of study of this course. I'm in geometry. The other advisor is Professor Willem de Graaf, who is a professor in algebra. If you, at the end of this course, you are curious and you have further questions to ask, please contact by email me, Pignatelli, or De Graaf, and we will be glad to answer to all your questions. As you know, the master is offered in English. In fact, this presentation is in English, so every student, not Italian students, are most welcome. The course is directed to students that have a bachelor in math, I would say, and that have an interest and a passion that likes algebra and or geometry, possibly both, I would say, that wants to deepen their knowledge of the theoretical aspect, in particular of algebra and geometry, of these two branches of the mathematics, and try to face the challenge to do some little research to see if they like the idea of doing research and try a little bit at the end of the 2 years in the thesis, do some research thesis, so a little bit of research of the research we are developing in our research groups to see if this is if the research in algebra geometry can be the future of the job. Why we do that and why you should choose us in this department. There are two research groups which are in algebra and geometry. The full name are Lee Algebra Groups, Cryptography and Codes, and the other one is Analytic and Algebraic Geometry, which are rather big. I mean, compared with other departments in math, the group are quite big and quite interlaced. I mean, we have a big interaction among the groups. There are more than 20 people in these departments in algebra and geometry, which is kind of a lot. And so, being several people and quite interlaced, we thought we can offer something very strong for young people that want to enter this world. So, what do we demand to students? So, of course, as every master, we do expect students to have some knowledge acquired by the bachelor. Which knowledge? Well, the knowledge that is essentially, the knowledge we ask is essentially furnished in every bachelor in math that I know around the world. But so we need some basics in group theory, in ring theory, and being able to work with polynomials in one or several variables. Projective geometry, a little bit of projective geometry is welcome, and a little bit of basics in holomorphic functions, one complex variable. These are all things we do expect students to know a bit. And of course, linear algebra, which is essential everywhere in every, I guess, master in science, not just in math. More precisely, how the structure of the track is, well, to explain it, let me share my screen and have a look to the web page of our master that you probably know. That's the web page in English of the master in mathematics. And here on the link, we see the left. Here on the left, you see the link rules and regulation, which the didactic offer, which doesn't look very attractive page to click, but here you see this manifesto degli studi. What are the manifesto degli studi? The manifesto degli studi is an official document that we produce every year for students enrolled that year, presenting in detail our offer. And here, in this case, you see here the last one is the one for students enrolled in 2022. Of course, when you will see this video, if you go to this page, you will probably see already the one for the students that you may be, for the students that will enroll the next September. But the structure is the same. I mean, there are a few changes in the courses, but to explain the structure, I can take this one for 22. And here is there's just one page for track. Essentially, the situation is the following. Here you can see the name of the advisors of studies. So in case you didn't keep track of my name or the name of Willem, you can find it in this document. Let me repeat, write us if you have questions. Then we have core courses. Core courses are the courses which are expected to give you the basics, I mean, the basic foundations of math that every student with a master in math should have, which is much more that you should know from a bachelor, which is not just geometry of algebra. There is a little bit wider. I mean, some analysis and mathematical physics and probabilities necessary to know to be a reasonable mathematicians. And so here you see 42 credits, which are already fixed. You have just one choice of two different courses in mathematical physics. And so these 42 courses, which already have some basic course in algebra and geometry, after that, you have 48 courses, credits to do still of courses, exam, maybe something of language, but essentially for exam, and the remaining 30 credits are for the thesis. So this 48, you should take them as in this list. So we ask at least 33 credits, but this at least 33 means as much as you can. Because these courses, I don't have the time to read you the name, but essentially these are all the branches where we do research. So choose your favorite one. They are connected, so it's not just that you want to do one of these because you want to do the thesis in one of these. You should take other courses to enlarge your base, your foundations. So take as much as you can from this list. And so possibly in this list, there will be always more than 48 credits, which is the minimum, the number of credits you still have to choose. And there are 5 more courses which can be chosen, which are not in this list here. They're small, which are probably not for the students following this video, but let me say that just in case. These 5 courses are offered, are advanced, but offered in the bachelor. So they are sort of middle among bachelor and master. So if you haven't taken a course in commutative algebra, for example, in your bachelor, you may take this course in commutative algebra from our bachelor, but this is often in Italian, so that's only for students that can follow lectures in Italian. The exam may probably be given in English. You should ask the professor for that, but you have to follow the lecture in Italian. So that's only if you can do that. But if you can't, there are enough. There is enough to do it. Choice here. And once you have done it, if you follow this indication, you can ask. You have all the background to do a very strong thesis. You know enough to be able also to choose among the 20 persons I mentioned before with whom you want to work, because what is your taste, your interest brings you. And then we can offer you an interesting thesis because you have the background necessary, because to do interesting research, you need to have a strong background. And so we can offer this, and you can do an interesting thesis. And if you're good, you can do a good thesis, and then this good thesis can open some interesting perspective in the future. But I think my time is gone, so let me just close this video by saying a goodbye. Hope to see you in September in Trento. Goodbye.